Yesterday I went to the woods, babbled into the camera for 60 minutes, and when I got home, the video was practically unlistenable because I had my mic in the wrong spot. It's clipping, it's kind of distorted, hard to tell what I'm saying, and it was the best thing I've ever done. It created one of the most invincible days, most powerful days of my whole entire life yesterday because I went to the woods and I filmed myself talking freely, free associating in the woods, outside of society, focused on freedom, and it changed my whole life. Let's get into it. So, I guess I just want to say, like, all right, now I want to say, yesterday I went to the woods and the goal was to make a video of me talking freely for 60 minutes, free associate for 60 minutes, and have something I can post, have a product. The idea was that I worked on this skill to do something that was inspiring. The video was called You Can Do Anything. The idea was to showcase free association, to show you that if you just trust in yourself, you go to the woods, and you say whatever comes out, you can find creativity anywhere. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can record your camera for 60 minutes and make a 60-minute video and make it entertaining. And then what happened was I didn't check the audio well enough, and it was clipping. The mic was too close to my face. It's awesome. It's windy right now, so I'm just gonna check after the video if this mic works. But I put it lower on me today. Yeah, instead of because I had it like right here, and it was clipping, and it was too loud. And it would be easy to determine that a failure. To determine that, well, it was not listenable. The message of the video won't make it out to people, and that sucks. Danny, you failed. You didn't do what you set out to do. However, here's what happened. I got home and I just immediately wrote a song. I felt invincible and I wrote a song. And I wrote a song faster than I usually do. It just popped out of me. Went and hung out with a friend. We talked about life and business. Then I went, while I was in the woods, somebody reached out to me about taking piano lessons. And I don't really have like a good piano lesson funnel set up, but I basically reached back out to them, got in contact with them, and later that day we got on the phone and I closed them for a commitment of 6 weeks of working with me. And I used to do sales calls all the time, and I was so stressed about price, so stressed about not believing I had value, not understanding like just how to do objections and everything. And I did the sales call, no script, haven't done a sales call in like literally a year, and was totally just free form, just truly listening, truly focused on where he was at, understood I could help him, understood that the price point I had was the right price point and I could help him with it. And when he got to objections, I was so comfortable. I was so free while I was in the woods. I so knew like, wow, like I'm free. I don't need to make a sale. I don't need to do anything. I'm free. Every moment is a fucking gift. I'm just so happy to be alive and I'm so free. It doesn't matter to me if I get this sale. However, I also know I was able to be in the present moment of this guy is here because he needs my help. I've talked to him for 30 minutes and he's explained the situation and he wants to be able to play piano and he cannot. And I can help him. I can shift it. So I just was calm, cool, and collected. It's like, yep. Oh, you got to sleep on it? Why? What is sleeping on it going to do for you? Oh, there's another guy you're going to talk to. Well, what's he going to say that I didn't say? Until eventually he's like, okay, like fine, like yeah, let's do this. I want to do this, and I think you're going to help. And we're meeting in about an hour for our first lesson. So like I talked freely in the woods, and then I made a sale. I made $1,000 in a day. I made $1,000 because I talked freely in the woods. And the point I want to make is that that's a byproduct of making the product. And I wanted to make a video that could inspire people, and I don't think that video is going to be heard by too many people. I think if you go watch it, you'll probably stop after like 8 minutes because it's distorting and clipping too much. It's hard to tell what's going on. But that's not a failure, and that's the point of what I want to share, and that's kind of my whole message beautifully bottled up into one thing. It's like people don't do stuff because they're afraid of wasting time and they're afraid of being a failure, but you are the project and you are the product, and the stuff you make along the way is actually the byproducts, and the things you make are like, it doesn't matter if they're good or bad. It doesn't even matter if they represent you or not. You can make something and then a day later be like, wow, I don't believe that at all anymore. Like, it's okay. But you have to make stuff because it's so much easier for me to make stuff now than it was even a year ago. Like, it's just like gets easier to make stuff the older I get. And the more I focus on making stuff, like last summer I was making a bunch of unscripted walk and talk videos that were in the 10 to 20 minute range. And before that, like a few years ago, I was making walk and talk videos that were in the 5 to 10 minute range. And then earlier this week, I made my 7 days to unlock your creative potential course. And so I made 7 videos in one afternoon. It was like over an hour of talking on video. And I went, wow, I bet I could do that 1 hour unscripted. I bet I could do that. I just need a loose topic and I can go. And I did it. And then I fucked up the technology part of it, and it's not available for you. I mean, it is, but you're probably not going to like it. It's probably not going to connect because you're not going to understand what I'm saying. And it transformed me. Just making it and publishing it, and even publishing it with the, damn, I think I fucked up the audio. Who cares? Who cares? Get it out there. Get it out there. Get it out there. And then it changes you. It made me the type of person who was able to, with love, handle the objections of somebody who came in and said, I want to learn piano. And I talked to him enough to figure out, it's like, okay, he needs my help. I know I can help him. I can help him in all these ways, and it's going to cost this much. Done, done, done. Easy, easy. It was easy. It was fun. I wrote the song. It was easy. It was fun. It used to take me forever to write a song. Or it used to be, too, like, it would take me all day to write a song, and that was the only thing I could do that day. A few years ago, go back 10 years, and it literally took me months to write a song. And I would get a couple notes down and I'd be really insecure and I'd change it and edit it and change it and edit it. Be like, I don't know if this is saying what I wanted to say. I don't know if this is hip enough. I don't know if this is really like, but like, what, am I going to get bored of playing this one? Are my bandmates not going to like this? I'm just fucking shut up. And I was like stuck in that. And now, even go to like 2 or 3 years ago, it took me all day to write a song. And I would be editing and trying and like, tinkering and tweaking, and it would take everything I got. And to be able to be like, no, like I bought a microphone, went to the woods, filmed a 60-minute unscripted video, made an ad read in the middle of it, edited it together, saw it didn't really quite work, but posted it anyways, went to a different woods and hung out with a friend. Then we went and wrote a song together. We wrote a whole song that I'm really excited about. I'm gonna bring to the band in like under 40 minutes. Did a 30-minute sales call, made $1,000, went to an open mic. While I was at the open mic, I wasn't really sure what I was going to say, and then I got on one because I realized, like, I've just been thinking about how there's a couple comedians who really hate their girlfriends, and they talk about it on stage, and it's like, I hate my girlfriend. And I had the idea like 30 minutes before my set, what if I did 5 minutes of I hate my girlfriend jokes? And in 30 minutes, or less really, because in that window, I wrote 5 minutes of I hate my girlfriend jokes. And I got up there and I told all of them. And I stood in front of a room full of people and like made these crazy jokes. And I also like talked about being in the woods for a second and like used the freedom that talking on camera for 60 minutes gave me in the woods. Oh, also, I didn't even mention this part. I didn't even mention this part. This part was really crazy. While I was singing the song I wrote yesterday, while I was working on it, there was a moment where I was singing it and I felt like someone else's voice was coming out of me. And this is hard to articulate, but my boy Brett is like always talking to me about singing with intention and matching the energy of the song and finding the energy of the song and the energy of the room. And I've really struggled with it. And like, I've had a long journey with singing, a lot of limited beliefs around singing. But we were working on the song. I was just having so much fun with the song. And I felt so expressed, so free, so open, so heard that I tapped into what Brett does. It was only for a brief moment, but it was beautiful. Where what was coming out of my mouth, I like completely lost control over. And I was like, this sounds and feels amazing. Like I'm embodying the song. I'm making the song so fun. It felt so good. And it was just like such a huge unlock because it's all the shit I'm talking about when I'm helping people. It's all the stuff I share with people that I am helping, which is like, you don't need more techniques, tips, and strategies. You just need to do it. You need to do the basic thing. There's not like a secret strategy you're gonna find. And what I realized was like I kept like being so frustrated around singing because it's like, well, I need to like figure it out. I need to blah blah blah. Intellectually, I gotta get it. And it's like, no, like I know know so much about music. I'm a tremendously powerful musician. I can hear music in my head. I can make it in my fingers. I'm like so knowledgeable in music, like crazy knowledgeable in music. I didn't need to like figure out more techniques on singing. I needed to feel so comfortable and so expressed and so myself that that God came out of me, truly. That the voice that came out of me wasn't me thinking about trying to control what's happening, but the release of control. And that's kind of what happened in the woods yesterday. That's what happens in the wilderness is you like learn to release control. I'm going to film for 60 minutes in the woods, and I'm going to the woods because God is in the woods, and nobody's going to be there to watch me. It's just going to be me in the trees, and the longer I spend with just me in the trees, the more crazy you get. Going to the woods makes you crazy, and I mean that in a good way. Like, it makes you high on life. High, no drugs required. Just gets you spun up and excited. It's like, holy crap. There's just like stuff growing out of the ground, and it's so beautiful. And we have it in our neighborhood. We have like little access to it, and we don't even see it. But then when you go somewhere where it's all around you, and you do see it, you get the life energy from it. And I got to be so expressed, so free, so myself that then all of a sudden my singing was transformed, even just for a moment. But that's how transformation happens. Transformation is often a glimpse, just like a whoop, and you go, wait, what? Ah, and then it's okay, you're back to normal, and you got to find it again. You get twice as good for a second, and I found it. And once you find it once, though, it's you can find it again. You can get there again. You can get into that space again. And yeah, so what's my message? My message is make shit, and make it bad, and make a video and like your thumbs on the video the whole time, and then post it anyways. And who cares? Oh, and then the audio wasn't as good as post it anyways. It's like, it's inverted. Maybe who cares? It's like, I made a who cares? Just do it. Just make a thing. Perform the song. Paint the painting. Put together the funnel. Put together the website. Declare to the world you're selling something. Declare to the world that you're helping in some way. Do something creative publicly, and it shapes you. It changes you. It makes you stronger. It makes you braver. It made me invincible. It's a feeling that people chase by going to festivals and stuff, which is beautiful, like going to music festivals. But what I'm getting at is like, it's crazy how like the feeling that you can get from doing something epic and awesome you can do it for free, and you can get it from creating, and creating can help others. And even when you create and it's like not right, whatever that means, it can be amazing. It can transform people. And yeah, I made a video in the woods, and I felt transcended in a similar way to I did right after getting off Jam Cruise. I did Jam Cruise last February, where we spent a week on a cruise ship where it was music all day. We got to perform a bunch. We got to jam a bunch. Some of my heroes were there. I talked to Michael League. I really bonded with my homies in the band on a much deeper level. And for like a week after, I remember I was like, wow, I can talk to anyone. I can do anything. I feel high all the time. And it faded because like the world kind of can like let that fade. There's a banality to life that can make your shininess get dull, and so you have to actively work on it again. And like going to a music festival is a great way to activate it right away, but you can also just go to the woods for free by your house. You live near a place where there are trees. I promise you, you live near a place where there are trees, and you go and you will see few other people, if maybe no one, and you can like get away from the sound of the cars and the sound of the neighborhood, and just look at the trees and freely associate. And you can get high off of it. And it's so crazy. I went to the Grand Canyon, and it's so funny because I was so anxious. I didn't really appreciate the high the Grand Canyon was offering me while I was there. It's funny, the lowest place gets you high. But I was too anxious to really absorb the high it gave me. But I feel like I'm getting it now, 6 months later. And it's like, I think it's taken me a lot of time to process what happened and who I was going in and who I was leaving. And now it's like, whoa, like I'm unlocked because I communed with God in nature. I went to nature with my best friends, and we came out alive. So you gotta make stuff and let it like just lose control. Make something and let people not like it. Let people form opinions about you based on the thing you make. Because like, who cares? Like, opinions suck. And people Someone who's sees your thing on Facebook and decides you're bad is spending all day scrolling Facebook. Ooh, they ain't making stuff. They ain't expressing themselves. They ain't putting themselves out there and trying to do something bigger. They ain't coming from love. They too scared of being judged. What if people don't like me? Yeah, but what if somebody sees your video and it changes their whole life? What if somebody sees you put out a piece of art and they go, wow, I want to make art too? What if, I mean, this is crazy. What if somebody sees you make a video or ask a girl out or perform a gig or whatever, and they go, that guy fucking sucks and he did it. Fuck that, I'm going to do it. And they get so mad they change their life. Like, wouldn't that be awesome? I know it's crazy, but it's like, you can make something and create drastic feelings in people. And like, even if the feeling is a negative feeling, you could transform them. You know, I've gone to open mics and people who I was like, that guy sucks. And he gets up there and he crushes. I'm like, okay, like I should crush. I think I'm funnier than him. And it pushes me to be a better version of myself. And like, yeah, I don't know. I got up today and the other thing is like, it's not permanent. You don't get in this headspace and then you stay there forever. You have to do it every day. Even last night I got home. I am a bad, there's no judgment. I often choose snacks. I often choose fast food and snacks over cooking healthy food for myself. And last night I was driving home and I was like, I'm going to get a snack. But I didn't get a snack. I got home and I opened the fridge and I freaking cooked myself some eggs. And it was the momentum build of creating on top of creating, on top of winning, on top of creating, on top of winning. And when you see the act of creating, of putting yourself out there, of trying things as winning, it's a game changer, dude. It's a freaking game changer. And people don't like to try and do that. People literally do the opposite. They're like, well, like, I don't have enough energy to make something. You'll get more energy if you make the thing. If you make an entire with something, you'll get more energy. You'll get more energy. I was feeling really tired. I almost took a midday nap, but then I wrote a song, and now I'm here, all spun up, recording a video for you. Think about that. I wrote a song, now I recorded a video. I'm gonna go teach a lesson. I'm gonna go do something after that. I'm gonna do stuff until like midnight when I'm tired and I pass out. But I'm gonna do stuff all day because I'm doing stuff with creation. I'm creating stuff with love. I'm recognizing my value is inherent, and I can serve the world by showing people how free you can be in your mind. If you're free in your mind, you can be free in your body. You can be free in the world. You can be free of the judgment of others and just do what you're going to do. And like, we need that. People are so chained up. People are boxed up and chained up. People are chained to their smartphones, chained to the stories on the TV, chained to the opinions of the people around them that they don't even like. I want you to think about that for a second. Think about the people who you're afraid of offending. Do you even like them?
Yep.
Like, really, do you like them? Do you envy their lives? Do you say, wow, I wish I had their life? Or is it people that you kind of think are stinky and boring and lame? And you're like, well, like if I make a video and I talk about motivation, they're going to tell me I'm gay. It's like, okay, cool. They're not making the video. When you have an audience, when you have people who say, wow, Danny changed my life, or whoever, whatever your insert your name here, like, and they're still sitting there like, oh yeah, that was lame. Like, who wins? You got to do it. And it's, you're the sculpture. You're the sculptor and the sculpture. So like each individual piece of art you make doesn't really matter. And it's like, I say this as somebody who spent a long time making art that nobody saw, and I've now officially made art that's gotten seen by over 1 million people. I've done both. And I've gone long stretches of like not getting paid at all for making art and had windfalls of money for making art. Like, it's not about what you think it's about. It's so much simpler than that. It's just, we were created by a creator to create. We're created in the image of a creator. Shout out to my boy Myron Golden, talking about that. Go watch Myron Golden. Actually, I love when people on YouTube that I like tell me people they like. Go watch Myron Golden. Watch all his videos. It'll change your life. He is nuts. But we were created to create. We were created to create. Be fruitful and multiply. It says it right at the beginning. And people are afraid of creating because they think it's going to be bad. And they're judging it before they even started. Hey, doggy. And it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. And like, let it be bad. I filmed for 60 minutes in the woods yesterday. I went to the woods, posted it online. I was terrified that I sounded like a lunatic, and like I think some people would see that. Like, let's say the audio was good. There are people who would see that and be like, "This guy's nuts. He's yelling in the woods about quitting your job. He's lost it. We should check in on him." Like, whatever. I had the best day ever yesterday. I had so much fun. I felt so free and alive, and I hung out with friends who also felt free and alive, and I helped them be more free and alive. And like, it doesn't matter if the art you make isn't as good as like what you want it to be, because like it's never gonna be. Probably. I said this yesterday and it's probably lost that video. Things are either imperfect or better than perfect. Nothing's ever perfect. It's either imperfect and like it's not good enough and you hear it and you hear a mistake every time and you wince at a part every time, or it's so good that it changes the world. And it's never perfect. Ooh, that was perfect. That was perfect. It's never that. It's never is. It's always either like beyond and divinely inspired and transcendent, or it kind of sucks. And that's also like not even true too. You get what I'm saying? Like that's like your perception of it. And like people, like it's okay if people don't like what you make. It's okay. It's okay if you don't like what you make. Think about that. I only want to put out a video if I feel really good about it. Why? So you're never going to put out a video? That's like Myron used this example the other day. That's like if you're driving from Florida to Pennsylvania and you're like, I'll start driving when I can see the border to Pennsylvania. Never gonna get in the car. I only want to make videos when I know I'm good at making videos. Oops. I'm only gonna make a video when I have the right equipment. I'm only gonna sing when I've trained my voice for 2 years. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? You gotta get in front of people and sing and croak out some shitty notes and be delusional. You gotta play your piano and be delusional. You have to push yourself to do it and be it. And it's not about the product, it's about the process. It's like if you can be a winner just by making it. And I lived that yesterday. I lived that yesterday where I made something in the woods and then the product didn't come out as good as I wanted it to. Where actually, I think the content was really strong, but the audio quality was so bad that it's a wash. It's like not gonna work. Oops. And then I had the best day ever. I wrote a song. I'm really excited about. Made a sale. I made money. I impacted somebody. I got somebody to transform their life because they want to make a difference in their life with their piano playing. And I was the one to help facilitate that. Because I was so free, because I made art and I made something longer and more daring than I ever have before. Think about it. Think about it, hat. Put on your thinking hat and think about it. Think about it, or don't think about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. What do you want to do? I want to paint. Cool. Go. Go. But nope. I don't care. I don't care. Your excuse sucks. But I don't care. I don't care. And it doesn't matter if there's evidence. You can be 99% right and you're 100% wrong. You can have everything stacked up against you. Everything. And it doesn't matter. I was making art that nobody gave a shit about for so long. Hyperbole, but I was making videos in my room. Most of them barely got 500 views for years and years and years and years. And then all of a sudden I joined Sneezy and I'm touring the country. And do you really think that it's like, well, like you wasted all your time making those videos? Like no, that gave me so much skill. It gave me so much understanding. Being an unsuccessful creator was the gift. It was the gift because I walked past this guy like 10 times. I'm gonna stop being crazy near you. It was the gift to be unsuccessful because it showed me truly how to love the art itself. It showed me truly how to just be inspired, even when nobody else cared. I didn't need the outdoor adulation because actually, what's funny is as I've gotten more accolades and adoration and validation is the word I'm looking for. Validation from people, it means less. It's like, oh yeah, like I mean, it's nice. Like I like it. Keep doing it. Keep telling me I'm good. I like it. I like it. It's nice. But I've learned how much more powerful it is to just get my own internal validation. To just be able to be free within myself. It's like, yes, this is what I want. Okay, cool. I think that's enough. I was going to do 20 minutes. We're at 25. You can do whatever you want. Okay? You can do whatever you want. And creating for the sake of creating is the key to all the riches in heaven. And I am rich. And my bank account, you might look at the amount of my bank account and you would be like, well, you're not that rich. But like, I'm so rich in my spirit. Like, I know the money's going to follow. And I know that, like, the more I create, the more I see how creating helps the people around me. The more I help the people around me, the more I help myself. And the more I help the people around the people around me. You know, help the people around the people around the people around me, right? You get it. It ripples out. So, but it starts with you being willing to say, as much as I feel like a worthless piece of shit, I am going to create. I'm going to make time to create. And even in the moment where I'm like, but I'm worthless and no one cares, you do it anyways. You do it anyways. You do it anyways. And you shape yourself into a different person. And that's the type of person who can move mountains. So thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. I miss making these. I haven't made these in a while. But then yesterday I saw how much it changed my life. So these got to help other people. I have a course that I just released. You can find it in the link in the description. 7 days from block to creatively unlocked. I think it's going to change your life. So I highly recommend you sign up and you learn how you can create and how you can do the system I've done to go from taking 6 months to writing a song to writing a song a day easy, to getting millions of views on the content, to touring the world, to being able to write a 5-minute comedy set in 20 minutes. So anyways, love you guys. Have a good one. Bye.